Alright, should be up. And welcome back, everyone. So, picking up where I left off last week. Just 1 second, let me get the chat up. I've got macOS upgraded to 12. And I want to first, I need to get Mini back on this, but I wanted to grab the kexts and stuff and see what changed. Also, apparently there's another update now, so maybe I should do that. This is beta 3. What version is this running? This is running beta 1, apparently. Okay, so hopefully this won't take forever. It's already available, so let's do a restart. And see what happens. I think that's running. It always does this, like when you run the update and hit restart, and then it looks like it's doing nothing for a while, and then eventually it actually goes ahead and restarts. Yeah, about the font. I fixed that. So I have a cake config now that sets the font larger. The problem is that it ignores it when I load the profile, so I have to like reload every file every time I I switch to a new file, and it like doesn't stick even if I save the profile. So I might have to file a bug on that because it's obviously not supposed to do that. But as long as I remember to hit F5 whenever I go to a new file, it'll be fine. So you shall upgrade stuff. So I guess while that's running... Oh yeah, okay. So I was just getting a pull request from Sven. Which does some ANS bring up stuff. Oh, wait, this is mini side? Oh, okay. I was going to do this all in Python, actually. So, yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to leave this aside for now then, because I don't think we actually want to do any ANS stuff in Mini itself, at least not at this point. So this might be a good reference, but yeah, no, I was thinking because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build an ASC. ASC is the like coprocessors that is the name for the coprocessors that Apple uses, and I'm going to make a simple driver for that in Python that then I can build a DCP driver on top of. But I'm not interested in doing it in the C side because it's kind of like, what's the point? I mean, I could kind of have some kind of polling call, but it just doesn't seem to make any sense. ANS is the NVMe driver. So, like, the purpose of this PR is to initialize the NVMe driver so that Linux doesn't have to. But honestly, this code should be in Linux anyway. So, this may not ever get merged. But we'll see. Because that's kind of the next thing, right? Is once this is like working for DCP to a point, I want to start working on the. I was talking about this with Sven the other day. About doing a proper Linux driver for ASC, and the ANS doesn't really need much on top of that. So, yeah. But the useful thing for here, though, is I want to know if I can reboot DCP. So DCP is a bit weird. The one that I'm going to be messing around now, the display controller, which is another instance of ASC. It's already running when we get called because, of course, the screen is up. And they also do some kind of weird handoff. They have to because, like, somehow the version that... Is this... Okay, that's interesting. Sorry, I just had a weird thing with the music. So there's two bootloaders, iBoot 1 and iBoot 2, and somehow iBoot 2 has to switch DCP version to the one that boots with the OS, so it's kind of interesting. Save logs from Mini in more stable release fashion? What do you mean by saving logs? The thing is, Mini shouldn't have to actually do anything with these coprocessors because it's too simple to care. Like, U-boot will have to do that. U-boot will have to initialize ANS at least, so that it can bring up NVMe. But I think it already has code to do that. But Mini doesn't really need to care about this. We might decide that we want to keep this code in Mini anyway, and just let you not care. But Linux definitely needs code to handle this anyway, because it needs to handle like the syslog buffer and stuff like that. So let's see how this is running. Oh, it's just still going. Okay, so while that reboots and does things, I'm going to start writing some scaffolding for this. So hardware Dart SEP. So this is some old SEP stuff. Also, what happened with the colors there? That's weird. Is that a bug in the Kate syntax side, I think? Oh, that looks like a new... Oh, yeah, upgraded stuff recently. That doesn't look right. I wonder how the hell that happened. Okay. Oh, okay. Sven has a Python hack, apparently. I mean... This looks reasonable. Don't need Sard, but we do need Dart. And that's another thing we need to handle. No, this looks... I don't know why he said it's even worse. This at least as far as organizing things goes, this is roughly what I wanted to do. Yeah. So like basically, I mean, kind of my like U-boot is fine for initializing hardware and things like that. Like certain core things, but the main thing is that unless there's a really good reason, I don't actually want to depend on U-boot, because Mini can boot Linux directly, and like users won't be using it like that. But unless there's a very good reason for keeping something out of Linux, I would rather keep the option open of not having U-boot in the chain. And ultimately, Linux should be able to handle all the hardware itself anyway. The main thing that we initialize in Mini, so like Mini takes care of some low-level like configuration for like tunables, and it also makes sense to bring up PCI Express partially in Mini, so that then U-boot and Linux can handle it more easily. So I kind of want to keep it, like sort of the low-level one-time init stuff can be in Mini, and then everything else ideally shouldn't depend on U-boot. But if there's a really good reason for putting something in U-boot and making Linux dependent on it, that's fine. Like I'm not, it's not a hard requirement. It's just unless there's a good reason, I'd rather keep the option of doing direct boots. Here that was also in the stash. Okay, now I'm getting a stash here. Sure. Okay, I'm just going to apply this and see what happens. So, well, that's still going. Yep, system is remaining. Put this over here. I was killing password authentication on an SSH earlier because like it always does that. It's really annoying. Git mini proxy client. So this should be in mini hardware ASC. Yeah, it's like when I edit the file, the font size doesn't apply, then I reload and it does. That is so annoying. That's a bug. So, let's see. So this also needs to move somewhere else. It shouldn't be in trace ASC. It should be in hardware ASC. So we're going to move that over. From dot hardware.asc import regs. Do we use it there anywhere? No. Actually, don't think we need those for anything. No, we don't. What I need is probably not even these. No, those aren't called anywhere. So actually, just ASC regs should be enough, I think, for not breaking this. And just move this over to this file. Because this actually is supposed to be the main hardware file. And this needs a license. And it needs the... and then I should apply that patch before messing everything up. I think I can do that manually. Box control... Looks like full is 16, and those are the same in Mux control, which makes sense. And there's the CPU control register. And then that is 44, which is actually at the top here, which is a kind of a weird place for it. And yeah, the messages, I'll work it out based on the tracer anyway. So those are there. We hopefully don't need any of this. We have the system message stuff here. That should also move to... But this should go in firmware ASC. Hardware ASC should only have the this regmap stuff. And actually... let's see, let me think out how I want to do this. I'll probably put the very core ASC handling in here in hardware ASC, and then the firmware ASC will have the basic RT-kit stuff. So this stuff should be here, basically. And the size again. Get everything from firmware ASC. Utils. And I should use my little trick there for the all stuff, which I've been using in a few places. Where was that? Like, I have that in like utils and stuff. Yeah, this thing. Yeah, something like that. And probably do the same thing here if it isn't already. I really hate that syntax highlighting bug. Like, I'm gonna have to complain about that. That is really pissing me off. Yeah, so for now, this hardware ASC stuff. So it's still running. And I need the utils thing here. Trace ASC. I'm not going to use that anymore. Okay, and then we'll see about everything else. We're not doing Start here. And Dart should be in hardware Dart, actually. Which we already have the translate, get PT, invalidate, dump table 2. Yeah, so this is going to have to... oh, I'm really annoyed by this syntax highlighting bug. What the hell happened there now? That's something with the update. Like, I'm really annoyed now. How the hell did that happen? Like... What? Why does it think it's... I'm really annoyed by that. What? Single quote? Oh, yeah. Okay, so why does... That's still a bug, though. They used to work with double quotes, obviously. I mean, I've never seen this before, so they obviously broke something. Am I going to shave that yak now? Because I don't want to change all those to single quotes now. And I'm really annoyed. I think it's just probably just files. Yeah, okay, part 5, syntax. Nope. Where is this stuff? Okay, syntax highlighting. What did they break here? Local use syntax highlighting. Syntax. Okay, where's the global ones? If I can just put stuff here and I assume this is used for. What is this? Hold on. Where's the actual syntax trees data? What just happened there? Oh, it's one of those progressive loading things. Fix single quote byte literals. Yes, thank you. Not single, double quote, though. That's a bad description. Yeah. Of course it was. So where is that? Where's the actual file? Is it? Oh, it's probably just embedded or something in there, right? What is the raw thing? That, I guess. Oh, come on. Some of those things were... Okay. Can I reload that? Maybe just need to restart it. Did that fix it? Yes, it did. Okay. That was thankfully not a terribly hard yak to shave, though. I need to remember to delete that file when it gets updated. How'd they break that anyway? I'm kind of curious. Though it doesn't even say. Just kind of curious what the actual change was. I got the tests. Yeah. Version, regex. Yeah, that's that. Single queue, raw queue, B string. Probably the previous commit then. I don't know, maybe. Oh, is it just add bytes literals? Wait. Okay. They added something for bytes literals that, like, I guess previously were just being highlighted as you know, as a regular string or something like that, and then they've missed the double quotes. Okay, something like that probably. Cool, we fixed that. How's this doing? Still going. It's not a minute remaining, it says. So, okay. This should have the hardware. I need to do the Dart too. So the main thing here, we had some of this Dart mapper stuff. P Dart. Oh yeah, because we have the Dart in the proxy. Because we have this. But actually, I can't do that because I can't screw up the DCP Dart. In fact, it's all already it's actually locked, so I need to implement Dart in Python. So I don't know why people say like Kate is impressive. Like it's a fine editor. I mean, you know, what am I going to use? Emacs? I mean, it does what I want and doesn't get in my way. So yeah, hardware Dart. This Python class that currently supports going through Dart should get like writing functions basically. How's that going on that? Still rebooting or something, I guess. Not to implement Dart in Python. Yes. But yeah. So this is basically dumping stuff. The init doesn't do anything. The main thing is going to be, I guess I'm just going to use the existing page tables in this case and just make a little function for mapping, which is going to be a little bit annoying because it's kind of the same mapping code that I have in Python, but whatever. So let's see, get PT, IO translate, IO read. We're going to need an IO write, to be honest. Actually, no, we're not really going to need an IO write, probably. Not at this point. What do we call these? IOVA. And so the main thing here is, well, we're going to only do this for streams that already have a page table, maybe. And then you stream on this. It's going to be similar to this. This beginning is pretty much the same. Get the TCR, fits bypassed. Not translation enable. I'm not going to change these modes right now yet. And then we get the page, and then it's going to be pretty similar to the translate code, just that it's going to be modifying things instead of... I mean, yes, today there was a bug that broke my syntax highlighting, and I fixed in, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. That's a pretty good record for having been using Kate for like, you know, like, what, 15 years now? So, let's see, that's still doing something, unless that's just in sleep mode? Maybe it is just in sleep mode. Okay. So I'm going to want to start doing this pretty soon, so... Huh? Yeah. Okay, Monterey Beta 12.0, whatever version this is. It just says beta. I think they just, like, they don't actually change the, like, spec number. So, yeah, let's context switch briefly and go here. So I'm on Asahi vendor binaries. Actually, I think this was I think this is 11.3, maybe. I need to figure out what version that was. It's probably into something, actually. So I didn't keep track of... And same here, I need to move some stuff. I don't know what version this was. But let's do a 12.0 beta 3 is what we call that one. So let's go extensions. Temp. Extensions. And then I need to rsync. Let's call that. Yeah. Oh, that was from Picado, but still, it's the same thing from that one. So we'll do forward GLAN extensions. We'll call this 12.0 beta 3. Authenticate on that. And yes, DCP is the display controller. We are guessing display control processor or display controller processor. We don't actually know the expansion for a lot of these names. But yes, so I've been reverse engineering the thing is they did a weird thing. The way this works is they took half the macOS driver, moved it to the firmware, and then made it call C++ IOKit functions across the interface. It's kind of insane. That's what this stuff here in trace DCP, if I can find the file. The firmware DCP IPC, yeah, this. This is only part of it, but these functions are the ones that are used by the hypervisor. And so I want to write a test driver for this. If I can initialize everything, get the screen up, and know that page flipping and maybe switching resolutions works, then I'm happy. Or proof of concept, because that means I can start writing the Linux driver and prove that this all works. So, but because the ABI for this changes every time, not every time, but they do make incompatible changes with every macOS update. I don't want to be working on an old DCP, because whenever we release the first sort of end user version, it's definitely going to be based on macOS 12.0 as far as the firmware versions that are required, or something newer, because there's no point in being in the past. I'm going to need it for newer hardware anyway. So that's why I don't want to do this for this old driver and then try to update it. I might as well go straight to DCP. So there's this DCP stuff here, DCP proxy and whatever. So the main ones are Apple Mobile Display H13G DCP and IO Mobile Graphics Family DCP. That's where most of the calls are. So I'm going to have to open those up later and then see what the differences are. But first I can do the core support, because that's not going to matter for everything else. Okay, so we got that, and now that this is up, I should copy also the preboot stuff, because that's where the volumes systems volume preboot, I think, but I don't know if this is this one or is the right one or not. This is the Linux partition that I just updated, I think. It should, yeah, because the 3S1 is, that's the, 3S, whatever, volumes VM, yeah. So it should be in system volumes preboot. Should be the preboot for this. So let's just also rsync that wholesale to beta, yeah. Rsync that. And I wonder if I can get an IPSW for this, actually, because some form the DCP is here, but some form isn't here, and I kind of wonder if I can get that. I think there was a permission denied there, but it might not matter. Secure access, yeah, whatever that is. Do I have the SSH keys in there? I don't. Let me put that in there real quick. Yeah. I don't know what that is, but clearly it seems to be important. Significant DCP functionality differences? I don't know, but I mean, they're definitely going to require the newer ones for like the M1X or the M2 or whatever they call it anyway. So, there's no point in starting with an old version anyway, because it'll just keep us lagging behind. Like, I'll be doing work that is going to be wasted. It's not a huge difference, but the ones that I've seen so far is like they just add and remove a few calls. Like, they removed, I think, some calls related to a feature that I think is only used for iPhones. And they added a new little callback. But I assume they're also fixing bugs. Like, people have complained of HDMI and DisplayPort issues on these Macs, and I assume some of those things have been getting fixed over macOS releases. So we can't have custom firmware for it because it's locked by iBoot. What we can do probably is turn it off and do all the display handling manually. And whether that makes any sense or not depends on whether Apple stops using DCP at some point or not. But if they don't, I think it makes sense to use their firmware, because there's a lot of stuff in here that I really don't look forward to rewriting. Like, even though this API is kind of insane, writing all the code to do like DisplayPort training and like bandwidth calculations and all the other insanity involved in this is a lot more work than this API. So yeah. So yeah, let's find out. I've only seen 2 versions of DCP so far, like 12.2 or 3 something and 12.4. Let's see if they did something major in 11.2, 11.4. Let's see if they did something major in 12.0 beta 3. But yes, the main thing here would be preboot. I think it's under boot, was it? Yeah, system library. No, that's the kernel, which that's another thing, is I want to see if I can boot the, yeah, here we go. So these are the firmwares, and DCP is here. But I also, and also DCP2, which is, I think, exactly the same. Because there's 2 DCPs, and for some reason they, yeah, it's the same. The other thing, I want to see if I can boot a retail kernel. So for the hypervisor, I've been using a development kernel for debugging, and that was important for early bring up because I had symbols and stuff. But I don't care about that anymore because macOS runs nightly on the hypervisor. So let's take this, reboot it, install Mini again, which I may have forgotten how to how to get the curl thing. I think I need to bring up the. Oh yeah, and I heard that some things, this should be visible now actually. I heard that something's changed in 12.0, that they are now doing recovery images differently. So let's take a quick look at that actually. Before I reboot. In theory, it should be, so let me just maximize this. So if you look at, I had 2 installs now, and the one that I upgraded is the Linux one, which should have upgraded the firmware. And so that would be this one, disk 3. And so this is the, macOS install called Linux, which is sort of my guinea pig for hypervisor experiments. And so the interesting thing should be that the old one, the disk 4, which has a preboot, which is not not mounted probably. So let's try mounting that, and you'll see what I mean. And recovery, sorry. Recovery has, or maybe they do have it. It might have changed, but I think at least they weren't using it. So we'll see when I reboot into 1TR. But in volumes, recovery is the other recovery, and that has DCB whatever. We'll see when I get there. So that does have the kernel cache and the other stuff, and then it has this DMG. I think this changed. Okay, it's a user standalone from. Hold on, what is that? A same link too? That one, I guess. No, that's a different. Hold on. Dot user standalone. What does that resolve to? 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 user standalone firmware. So that's 3. So. Oh, in the. In here. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. So that's the recovery image for the main thing. And the one in the OS would be 3S5, which is now going to be recovery 1. And I think it's going to be in both, but the one that actually boots is going to be different. Because it used to be that we didn't boot, like when you boot into one true recovery, it was using the system. Yeah. Actually, it's interesting. It's gotten bigger, right? Yeah. Actually, that's kind of interesting. Why is this... Hold on. Am I doing this backwards? 4 is 3. Is recovery 1 is the... Hold on. I'm confused. 1.7 gigs. and recovery 1, which is 3S5. Why does that say it's only 700 megabytes? Is it compressed or something? That's interesting. Like the file got larger, but somehow also it's interesting the permissions are different here. The file got larger, but somehow the like used size here doesn't actually match. That's kind of weird, but okay. Must be some kind of deduping or whatever APFS is doing, or compression. So yeah, anyway, whatever, that doesn't matter, but the point is that in principle, if I reboot this, and I'm going to copy that recovery thing too, because it might be useful. So let me just do, that's in the one, make sure I get the right one. This one, recovery, 3S5, this recovery 1, let me, let's copy that one. Is it one of those things? That's the space gonna break it. No, it's not. Good. No, yes it is. That's the wrong recovery. I guess this needs a stupid escape. Yeah. Should be gigabytes, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. But yeah, the other interesting thing is that we're going to be, like, I've been thinking a lot about how to implement the installer, right? And like our installer is not going to install macOS. We're going to install a fake macOS ourselves. So basically, it's going to have to download the macOS restore file from the Apple CDN and basically set up this partition the same way that Apple does. And I've been looking into what's required, and it's not like a big deal. But you know, it's a bunch of little things that have to be done. One thing that I want to do is set it up so that I can stream the recovery zip file from Apple CDN without actually downloading like the whole thing, which is you know, several gigabytes. So because I only need the firmware and the recovery image, I don't need the core OS. But yeah, it's gonna be fun when I get to that part. But for now, since this is already installed, let's reboot. I think I don't need anything else right now, probably. And then the other thing is in here, and before I reboot, I need to make sure that this is set to the. It should be, yeah, it should be set to the default boot. So let's do a shutdown. I'm not sure if that's. Oh, it is shut down. That's just my capture card. Never got it just got stuck on the last frame. Okay, so hold down the power button. This is very cheap and, as you can see, rather dodgy capture card. So what I heard changed is that one-to-recovery doesn't go to the global system one-to-recovery anymore. It apparently goes to the recovery of the currently default boot active OS, unless that fails, and then it goes to it falls back to the 1TR. Oh, okay, that isn't okay. No, it was just thinking. So yes, if I go into options now. And it should be obvious when we look at what's mounted, hopefully. Yeah, let's see if I can I zoom this in. Maybe, maybe not. I think it doesn't. Oh, the keyboard layout is probably bullshit. I don't know. Either way, yeah. So it mounted the volumes. S3. Yeah. See, like system volumes update is on that partition now on the current OS, and then 6S1 is this container which is on 5S1, and 5S1 is a disk image, and I actually forget how to find out where disk images come from. Is it DMG or something? Probably disk util like attach info disk 5. I don't know how you see that actually. This is a disk image, but just disk util. I think there was another thing for like DMG attach. HDI utility, that's what it was. Info. Oh, it's a RAM file. Okay, yeah, it copies it into RAM, I guess, which makes sense. It also kind of explains why it takes a while to go into 1TR, because it it obviously has to copy like a gigabyte into RAM, I guess. But yes, I believe this is actually running off of that recovery now, which doesn't change things much for us, but it does mean that we have to install that properly when we make the partition. And then the other thing is, okay, let's get the BP util stuff done. BP util, I'll make sure I know what my partition is. The one that has Linux in it is S3S1, B78. So BP util. And what I needed to do is permissive security, and then turn everything off. Yeah, number 2. Does this work, by the way? No. 2. I remember there was a thing about I need to experiment with see exactly what credentials I need to use for this, but oh, hold on. Yeah, there's a whole saga around figuring out how to make all this install stuff work, and I haven't even decided how I want to do the installer yet. It might start off as like a Python script or a shell script, and then eventually evolve into something a bit nicer. But then the other thing is I need to get Mini on there, and this is a good time to get an updated Mini on there too. And I probably don't want to. I probably want to revert that. Actually, I don't need that change. I probably want to actually revert the. Well, I'm going to be chain loading before Linux boots anyway, so it doesn't matter. I might as well just build this one. So you got that, and let's get that in there and build. Is this port open? I hope it is. No, might not be open. What port was I using for this before? Just check that real quick. Oh no, it does. Whoa, that was slow. I don't know why that took that long. Okay. And then it was kmutil. What was the options for this? That's just like that. Yeah. That should be. In theory, should be that. Yes. And then, if I remember correctly, this actually screws up and then like re-enables some of the securities. So I need to do that again. Or was it just CSR retail? Okay, let's see. Just show it. Dash was it display thing D. 2. Why does it need a password for that? Oh, hold on. Dash D. Yeah. Yeah, it is enabled. Sorry, it was CSR util that screws it up. And I think CSR util. Let me check. CSR util. It's absent. I think we need that. Just that doesn't. Sorry, to disable on the second one, and then it's gonna screw it up, and then I have to run bputil again. It's confusing that there's like 12 different tools to do the different parts of the security. Yeah. So now that's. I think it actually kept everything now, though. Permissive. Actually, I think that kept everything, and the custom KC hashes. They probably fixed that bug then. It used to be that CSR util. I was missing CSR util. Yeah, like undid some of the BP util changes, and that was quite annoying. But the important one, especially, is this one, because without this one, we can't. I can't use the hypervisor. Cool. So let's just reboot everything now. At least, hopefully, I get mini. It'll be really weird if mini doesn't boot if they change something such that that broke. Hello? Yeah, no, we're good. All right. So kill that. Client to shell, and we're good there. Okay. So we're back to the usual thing. So what just happened there? Dot. Hold on. Oh, because I changed ignore. That shouldn't matter. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so the main thing is I want to test the Dart stuff. So IO map, put this thing in the corner here. So back to here. Well, actually, let's since I'm not, you know what? I only have about less than an hour left, so let's try the hypervisor again and see if anything broke there, because that's gonna be more interesting. And I'll keep working on this maybe a bit later, depending on how much time I have, because I need to get some dinner later. So yes, we're on macOS 12 now. So let's go proxy client. Git mini proxy client, and so the main thing is I'm run guest.py. Actually, for the first time in a while, I'm not gonna have to do reloads of mini because this is actually the latest version, which is nice. And let's trace DCP and see how badly it breaks. Everything is probably moved, but yeah. So let's go to kernel tests here first. And create a 12.0 beta 3, and I don't have symbols for this, but at least, and this should be in the firmware directory, even though it's not firmware. Firmware beta 3, preboot this, users, no, that's EFI logins, so reboot here. Users on firmware, not firmware. This is in system light caches, kernel caches. That, and this is an IMG4, so I need to extract that. Show kernel cache dot maco. Yep. And hopefully this is a proper kernel. Yes, with everything in there. Okay, so let's try getting the hypervisor working. So kernel tests 12 beta whatever, no symbols actually. And let's see if that boots. I don't know if this actually works with retail kernels. I don't think I ever tried. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Oh, I think that's yeah, that. Ooh. Oh, wow. Did they actually fuck around with the... Oh, hold on. Wrong, not Mako. Start. Okay, that was a very fast crash. Okay. Yes. Okay, that's actually a bug in my hypervisor stuff. But what is that register? 3515. Is that in my list? Probably is. That's actually a bug in my hypervisor. And I can fix that. This is in yes. I don't have that in somewhere. It's probably what just happened. In 556, reload that. Here, yeah. It's just that. That's all I need. And then why? Oh, okay. Because if it's skip, that's a skip MSR. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of garbage. I don't know what that is. It's still working though. I'm getting the DCP stuff, but hopefully it boots. But that needs to be that needs to be handled in 3.5.15.10.1. What the hell is that? Obviously something new. They started. Wow, that's really gonna kill me. Let's let it boot anyway. But that. Hold on. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna turn off the logging at least. It's gonna be slow, but at least it's not gonna. Yeah. Whatever that is, though, that needs to be moved into C bypass. What is that? 3.5.15.10.1. Is that next to anything interesting? Uh, 5.15.10. No, we don't have that anywhere. Do we have that in the it should be here. No, we have no idea what that is. But it's just getting 0 stuck into it all the time. Is this still running? Hopefully. There's no logs though. Oh, sorry, I'm dumb. I need to picocomb that. Yeah, that. Okay, no, it is booting. In fact, it might have been stuck on logs possibly. Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's new logs here. More DCP stuff just happened, and what's going on here? Input. Hold on, this is like wrong. Why is this not logging what I thought it was? Oh no, sorry. This has to save to the log file. I forgot about that. That's fine, and we'll parse the log later and fix that. But I think that booted. I don't know what just happened with the capture card, but it was there for a second at least, and then it wasn't. Is that just my capture card? Unless it just locked itself. Because it was too slow. It's doing something, though. Ooh! Oh, that's interesting. That's new. That's new? What is that? That is messages I don't know about. What endpoint are those? 3.8? What is that about? So we got the systems and management is 0. Oh, I think those are. These are just message type stuff, but where's the... Hold on. What endpoint this is from? That's a bad log, actually. Because this doesn't tell me which endpoint that's in. Also, why is it going back to the Apple thing? Is it doing an update or something? And just decide that it... It's doing something, for sure. I don't know what it's doing, but okay. I think it's still booting, actually. But yeah, what the hell is that about? It's still running too. Hold on, let me kill that. And, so default to that. No, hold on. That is not where the log is coming from. Don't think so. Where are those logs coming from? Is it here? No, that's when they have the logs. It's just that it didn't reload these. No, it should be just running the trace DCP should do that again. 0.03. And there's, yeah, these look like regular messages, but what endpoint is this coming from? Oh, is it because I need to reload that module that I trace DCP? Is this doing the right thing? That might be... No, I see trace is getting reloaded. Yeah, I don't know where this is coming from. I don't think I'm printing those here. I think it's here. I think I'm just like not reloaded. Unless it's a different one. DEP. So the endpoint is here for the base tracer. Management endpoint. Oh, it's got to be that log. It's not this one. For mini dot trace. And this is actually EP. Oh, I know. I think I know why. It's because this gets put into state, maybe. EP map. No, that's still reloaded, though. That still goes into... That's not in state. I do run script and do that, no, it's not getting reloaded properly actually. And it's not reloadable, but I know base is... Oh, that is... yeah, that's fine. Or not. Oh, is it because it was only... it's not changed. Yeah, okay, that does work. And then if I do 710, yeah, no, that is getting reloaded. Okay, run script again. No, still not that. Okay, am I just dumb and this is getting printed from a different place? No, that does... Oh, yeah, there was that thing with running it twice. I remember that, but still, that's that something is dumb here. Something is dumb here because that's not actually calling that. Is it just calling the old ones? R1 EP and EP map, yes. EP and then start. And back in another Python reload glitchiness odyssey. Starting endpoint should actually... No, that's just for the EP map stuff. That's fine. Hold on. I think this is something done with the reloads here. EP. It's gonna start, but EP map, EP. Just real quick print there. And just register it. Okay. No, it's a different thing. It just says R1.e. Oh wait, no, I'm dumb. Yeah, okay, I'm just stupid. Yeah, I'm sure that is it. I have two lines that are kind of similar, and then they aren't. Okay, I'm just stupid. Sorry, undo everything. Yeah, so this is just an EP I don't know about. So I thought it was a message name. Yes, okay. Sorry, thank you for that. I'm stupid. Yes, the reloading works fine. So that's endpoint 8 and endpoint 3, which I don't know about, but I do know what they were. I have that somewhere. Yeah, 3SK debug, which is interesting. What is like? Is that another one on the? I wonder what that is. If it's like logs or something, or just debug info. And 8, I don't know about, but it's probably also something interesting. Like these are sizes, obviously, so there's some interesting data going on. I wonder if it's just like debug info or what. But okay, whatever. Let's just let it run. It's I think it's just still booting. It's pretty slow on the hypervisor, so. And I think I was logging this to a file, so we should be good. Oh no, I wasn't. That's kind of sad. Well, let's let it boot and then reboot. I wonder if it's taking a while to boot because of like I disabled all the security and it's like deciding that it has to do some stuff. Or it's just slow because of the of that register, which I definitely need to take care of. Where is that thing? Do I have it still? No, it's gone. Find out what that one was again. Yeah, that definitely needs to go away. That's probably what's slowing everything down, actually. Reload me. So in here, 5.15.10.1. Okay, there we go. It booted. 5.15.10.1. Yeah, now we have to chain load again, unfortunately. So anyway, it boots fine. I don't think it's updating firmware on a standard boot. That should have been done by the updater. And I already had a first run anyway, so. At least this, the call names here are the same. So at least something, like this hasn't massively changed, because swap submit DCP, swap start, these are the correct names. So, like, you know, the decoding hasn't completely gone insane, so that's good. Any idea if VGRT on UEFI's protective integrity authenticity checks? I have no idea. I don't know very much about UEFI. That's also taking a while to boot. It's doing some SEP stuff and failing, which is interesting. I think it's just slow to that stupid MSR. Okay, I am tired of waiting. Kill it. And let's get a dump saving all the DCP logs and see what happens. But this also means that the retail kernel works, so that's good. Whoa. That is new. 4 is not a valid call context. Interesting. How did... Hold on. Is there a new call context? The last time it was fine, though, so... I wonder what happened there, but it might be another async thing. That is interesting. What is that? What just happened? Handle message, handler 0, callback contact. Yeah. Looks like we might have a new context here. And this is on what handler just happened in RX. So we got a message on a call context. We got a message on a call. Is it another callback? Does the numbering make any sense? Yeah, like 4 kind of sounds like another async. Okay, let's log that. It'll fail again, but I might get... Nope. Oh, it's right, RX. No? Oh, okay, yeah, even there's the print fails. Okay, so well, it's gonna fail when I look it up anyway, but let's add it to the call context. Yeah, whatever that is. Length 10. Well, that's annoying, because now I don't know where that is. But I kind of have to guess it's... And type 2. And it says ACK 0. Yeah, so it looks like another async call, and that means there's probably more memory that I don't know about. Probably here somewhere. So let's read from the regular async place. I don't need that anymore. Tracer state, stream IOVA. What do you mean it doesn't have stream IOVA? Of course it does. Oh, it's on DP, yeah. And EP is... I forgot what that was now. CP, EP... I thought we named those. IP... map... state... Nah, we didn't have it. So no, we did. EP name, yeah. Hold on. Oh, it isn't set. Okay. Hold on. Ah! It's only EP, but not EP state. That's probably also kind of useful to do. Yeah, for the states. Oh, but I can just do it. Sorry. Yeah, ep.cp, ep.state. That should have some MIVA. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. State EP DCP state. Yes. Okay. So that's empty because there's no callbacks yet. That's anything else there. Okay, let's do a full dump of everything. So we got data at 0, at 8,000, which should be... should be OB, which is fine, and then we have 60,000, which is callbacks, and that's 6.8. Oh, 6.8. Okay, that's what it is. I wonder what that is. What is that channel? And that obviously means that this is still also cited 8,000. That means we have more channels that I don't know about. Okay. I don't know what this is. What is that called? D109. Is that a thing I know about? Might be different than the new one, though, but... Create PMU service, apparently. Unless it changed, which it might have. But it's pretty far up front, so... that is interesting. How did that happen? Okay. So, CB2, I guess? Is this because we're nested or something? Or is it just a size thing? No. We're in D1, 2, 3. It might be a nesting thing. Okay, well, let's just call it CB2 for now. And we'll see where it comes from. Call it callback 2. And, oh, yeah, but the replies, hold on. And channel and callback channel. I'm confusing myself as to how this works again. Acts go on... command channel. CB channels, yeah, so it should be CB channel, callback 2, and async, yeah. And command channel... Yeah, hold on. I got the... That's C2, CB2, but it's... I'm thinking about this command thing. I'm a bit confused now. Async... Now I'm confusing myself as to how this works. Command channel context as ACK... Does this make any sense? Yeah, it was because when we got back stuff, like in the context of callbacks, we were using commands in callback channel. So if it's like a TX, it's command channel, and command channel for like the callbacks was command, yeah. I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna say none for now, and then if we hit this, it will complain again. Let's set those to none. And then find out. That way it'll just complain. So callback 2, where am I? Yes it is. Yes, if I write this properly it would help. Okay. So we'll see what happens, but that was very interesting because it didn't happen earlier. Hopefully it boots faster now. Seems to get the frame buffer done faster now, maybe. Not sure. Oh, logs this time around. But these all come from the DCP, so should have them anyway. That's actually an auto. I was wondering what the some of these return values are. Well, okay. Yeah, okay, so it boots a lot faster now, thankfully. Okay. So let's kill that, and DCP log is where? Is it that one? Yes. Okay. Yeah, we have CB2s now, which is quite interesting. So we have a call. Wait, what? A call on CB2 and an ACK on CB? Oh, that is weird. Why? Come on. Why is the ACK on... Oh, was the ACK only on the... hold on. Was there an implied thing? I forgot about that. Yeah, it might be, actually. No, it's different. It's a different... Oh, no, it was implied, I think. Yeah, it's 4. Where did I forgot where that comes from, then. Yeah, so there's all on OOB. So this is actually callbacks that come from the OOB. That's what they are. So that makes sense. So now we know what it is. So this should be call OOBCB. And actually that makes sense, because look, callback and CMD, OOBCB and OOBCMD. Let's call it like that. And then... OOB is out of band. I think it's for like when something else is going on and then it has to make a call. And in this case, you can see it's in the middle of something, right? So there's a command that happened. I'm a bit confused by why the ACK is not doing the right thing. So this would be CMD. OOB, sorry. Yeah. And goes here. No, DCP is the display processor. It's the thing handling all the display mode setting and all that stuff. Da, 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 da. So our ACKs, don't ACKs have any channel at all then? I get a call on callback, and then there's an ACK on callback. Oh, okay, I get it. So this is kind of bullshit then. The ACKs are... I get the feeling that it's always that. No, it has 2 and 3 at least. It has 0, 3, and 2. Yeah, the command one gets an ACK on channel 2. And then the async ones get ACK on async. (202.042). So the callback ACKs are always on 0? Okay, hold on. And, oh wait, and the other weird thing is that this is a call on CB. Hold on, a 0 length call. Yeah, okay, 0 length. So just reply. No, something's weird here. Hold on. I get a CB2 on D109. Is that correct? That's a call on D109, D110. Oh, I'm dumb. This is first of all, this is opened in append mode, so I just okay. Which doesn't help confuse things. No, the ACK is on CB2. I'm dumb. It's just. I think. No, I'm confused because of the append mode thing. Okay, hold on. Let's try this again. Let's do this properly. Let's reboot. Yeah, it opens in append mode because the whole thing gets reloaded and, of course, reopened. But that just confuses everything if I don't delete it. Chain load. Okay, let's do that again. And I'm going to be heading out soon because I want to get some dinner. Ooh. CHOOB. No, it's VCMB, hopefully. Okay, let's see if that works. That looks sane. Okay, OBCMD, OB callback, ACK on the callback, then ACK on the OB. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It was just. And what's D109? That is not create preview service anymore. That changed. That doesn't make any sense. So we definitely have some callbacks that changed here. In fact, I bet that has something to do with set Boolean, one of the set property things. So we can do a quick look at Ghidra to see what happened there. Because this is going to be very... Yeah, well, first of all, that doesn't work because that went away. But then the other thing is here in firmware DCP, IPC. Where's that stuff coming from? Yeah. That'll work. And yeah, obviously we have mismatches, and I think some callbacks got added, and so this actually looks reasonable. The 10s, yeah, the D110. No, actually, that looks fine. Create services. That one looks good. Where do we fail? Here, yeah. Set DCP AV prop chunk. Okay. Yeah. No, obviously that moved. So the D1 to 2, these things moved. Yeah, the stuff here that moved. So okay, let's take a quick look to see what happened and what changed in the firmware, in the text. Enter binaries, extensions, 12.0 beta 3, and so let's run that. Let's make a new folder here, 12.0 beta 3. You're gonna be able to see anything here because it's tiny. Vendor bins, extensions. 12.0 beta 3. Did I name that right? Yeah, 12.0 beta 3. What's in endpoint beta 3? And then I want Apple IO mobile graphics high DCP. That's one of them. 2.0 beta 3, yes. And then the other one that's interesting is IO mobile frame buffer DCP. No, what was that thing? IO mobile disp, yeah. Hold on. Apple mobile display, sorry. That one. Okay, and I forget which one was the one that we need for here. This is in Unified Pipeline 2, which I think is in H13G. Let's close that. We don't need more. It's going to take a while to analyze too. Can I do 2 at a time? Probably. Yeah, I don't care about that. There we go. You have pipeline 2, and then there should be callbacks here. Unified pipeline remote calls probably, yeah. And so this D100 was match PMU service. That is correct. So we're good on those. But then I bet that like 104 is set string property. We don't have that one. 103 is set Boolean property. That is correct. 107 I think looked good. Create provider service. Yeah. So the first ones that don't work are, and I can probably stop this now. D1, 2, 3 and stuff. Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3 is prop chunk. Isn't that correct? No. Okay, so we have one inserted. That's why. Where? 119 is read EDT data. No. Okay, it changed. That's detect fast sim. It's hibernate. It's dark boot. Yeah, something got inserted. So read EDT data is incorrect, but 116 is start hardware boot. Okay, so this all got shifted by 1. That's right, you can't see that. And now if I run this, I don't get why I'm getting PMU service again. And then we don't have A358. Is D109 really create PMU service? Yeah, it is. I don't get why we get that multiple times, but oh, because it gets false. Yeah, it gets false, and then that still false. So it's retrying until it gets a true. That's fine. And it's because it gets in response to a OOB. It gets an OOB callback, and then it gets a. Oh yeah, this is also getting it reconfusing because now we have two different contexts: the out-of-band context and the yes. The nesting is going to be weird because we have two nesting contexts now. So we need. I need to do something there. Let's see how I want to do that. Nesting CTX. And then basically if up dot actually I'm going to do it like this. Hold on, do it like that. Still doing wrong. CTX, and then the indent I want to here is probably CTX plus that, and then see how that works. Here, none. Yeah, let's just do it as an empty string in that case. Okay, so in that case, we have the. That's not correct. It wasn't message, it's Chan. Yeah, here we go. So then the OB stuff kind of happens like that. But that is not right. Oh, no, it is right. Yeah, it is correct. And in that case, this is to... Let's do it like that. Yeah. Let's just move it to the right so we know what's going on there. And then it's kind of, yeah. Because now we got multi-threading. Okay, but at least the parsing is correct here, so that's good. And then we have some interesting things that we don't know about. So I think most of the callbacks make sense here. And then we have, like A460. What's A460, right? So I have a script to get some of these things dumped. But I need to run it with a different thing. DCP calls have to be looked at with not the namespaces, but like this kind of stuff. I need to up the the callbacks are where? Find me a callback. Where is... Hold on. Auth stubs? Oh yeah, that one, link RPC. So hopefully that works. Or not. Oh, hold on. Is it because I need to be here? Nope. Ah, yes, I renamed that and the other one. I need to do that here. It's called DCP link RPC. And nope. But yeah, then I need things that call that. Hopefully that. Yeah, there we go. So let's take these calls. Let's see where that one came from. A463. Let's search for slash. So give me a thing. Yeah, 443. Is that here? No, that's in the other file then. That's in does it have almost display? Yeah, that's as I thought. That one's on graphics family. It should be here. And what's another RPC for me? Is it color remap mode maybe? Yes. This one has the thing on B20. Yeah, it must be something always. And then I need to instance ID. That's the one I was using for this. In theory, that should work. Yes. Okay, so we get that. And I think that sorting thing worked. Nope. Alt Shift S. Yes. So the ones that I'm missing are A443. Just do default. Okay, so that also changed, unsurprisingly. So that was used to be 442. So 441 is display size. Oh, okay. Get display size turned into display width and display height. That's what happened. And 438 is also different. That's also 439. Okay. So 410 set display device, that's fine. Set digital out mode 412. Set minus correction 427. Yeah, that's correct. So that changed here. There's something happened here on this all kinds of stuff. Set block DCP. No, that is correct. Set parameter DCP changed. swap set color matrix is probably a new thing that got inserted, and that actually going to make sense. There should be something for swaps in that. So 439 is where this moved, and that display size is not a thing anymore. Instead, we have A440 and A441. That makes sense because it was using like pointers, and that's just kind of weird. Display width, and there's no arguments to that, so it would just be presumably a uint. That 441. Okay, so let's get that 443. Why is that not? Oh, sorry, yeah. So this turns to 443, default frame buffer, and then enable the video power saving. That's 447. First client opens 540. Everything is just shifted by 1. Right debugging info, hopefully. Yep. 460 for display, yes. 389, I hope. Let's keep on screen. Yep. Okay, so maybe this works. And then we have a 463 we're missing, which is flush supports power. No, that's 3. I ended up 4 there. Okay. And anything else we're missing? That's annoying. Okay, there's a few of them. A358 also changed, or is new actually. Wait, do I even have any A3s? That's not used before. A358 is Unified Pipeline 2, which I don't even... Oh, 357, yeah, okay, that's another thing that moved, probably. No, VI set temperature hint, that is actually a new thing. It has a simple return, so... A358. I'm guessing that's another... It's not a void, it has some return value, so... I don't know the... Hold on, let's look at the log. That returned a what? It's an ACK on OVCMD. Returns zeros, so probably in that case one of these like status things or something. I don't think it makes sense as a bool, but it probably makes sense as an IOFB status, but it's kind of weird. I'm gonna guess that anyway. And then what else do we have? 131. A131. That's PMU service matched in UP pipe 2. Yeah, that's the one that's been spamming it earlier too. And I'm guessing that's a bool. Yes, that's a 1 that looks like a bool return to me. And then we have D118, which is another change. The one, this is a Unified Pipeline 2. It's waking from hibernate. Did we have that previously? I think it might be in the old file anyway. In trace DCP D118. Oh no, that has moved to, yeah. Okay. The others work? Backlight service, yeah. 119, 160, 120. Yeah, fix those. Okay. So that's is waking from hibernate, and it seems to be just returning stuff. Probably a bool in that case, I guess. Callback. Yeah, that looks like a bool because it's kind of garbage, but it's probably just the low byte that matters. Return ivar1 equal 2. Yeah, that's definitely a bool. Is waking from hibernate. So yeah, you can see that with different versions, these things clearly change a bit, at least. A411. Let's see, we have that. Used to be as main display. Has it changed? No, that is the same. Okay, that's just a new thing that gets called now. The A411. I assume that returns a bool. Looks boolish, probably. Okay, and A438. Swap set color matrix. Yeah, I thought so. They were probably using that one. Okay, swap set color matrix. Is that a thing? Yes, a set matrix, which is probably similar to that. 438. I don't know what that returns. Let's assume it's a UN32T. Color matrix, and then it takes color fixed matrix, color matrix function. Okay, and then an int. 847C. Okay, so that is obviously a in-out pointer, even though they probably didn't intend it to be so. I'm guessing a 3x3 array is probably sensible for that. And then we'll see about that function thing. And then there's something with a uint there, so let's see about that. Yeah, so there's a mismatch. The matrix isn't as large as it should be, probably. And that also, yeah, you can see the matrix here. It's like 111. So it's 3 times. Are that you longs or? If it goes here, 16 bytes, 16, like 32 bytes, 32, 32, and then there's the matrix function might be longer, so this will be an array of 4 ulongs in this case, or maybe it's just padding. And then we still have some extra stuff. Oh, no, hold on. Those are 3, so it should be more. It should be 4x4 in this case. Yeah, I think because it's going to be moving. No, wait, hold on. I was thinking backwards. That it should be like a diagonal matrix. So in that case, it should be less. It should be 3x3. 1, 2, 3. No. Oh, well, then there's some padding here. Like it should be 1, and also that's wrong. It's not a U long. There's something here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, that makes sense. So there's like some padding there for the color fixed matrix. Probably because this is some kind of structure going on. Subset color matrix. Yeah, there's a conversion for this. Just memcopy 78 bytes. there may be some structure going on here. So let's just call it like that, and let's just do it like this, and since we know how large that is anyway. So that is 78 bytes, hex 78 bytes, so make sense of that a bit later. Okay, so that, hold on, did I break that? Yeah, no, that is fine. Okay, yeah, so that is correct, and I just don't know what the matrix is here. And then, what's the next one that it missed? A458, I think. A458. IO fence notify. Yeah, we need that one. I gonna guess bool on that. Why isn't that? Okay. Fine. And 442 is missing too. 442, get display size. Wait, that is still a thing? Okay, so we still have the display size, it's just that we also have display width and height. That's okay. Still need that. Okay, and then just 458 is the last one. Which is a thing. Did I... Oh, the comma there. Okay, and now... we have any mismatches? Yes, expected. Yeah, so there's stuff that changed, obviously. I'm not surprised that the swap submit DCP thing changed. Because these structures, yeah, that's the kind of thing that would change. But update notified clients DCP also changed, probably just the length thing. Probably 12 now or something. Or 13. Yeah, and then it's just swap submit. Okay, so basically it's fixed except for the this, we know this function is interesting, so these are all gonna things. Okay. I think that's good enough for today. I will get back to this probably tomorrow, and hopefully actually start writing the client. But now you get an idea for how much this changes from version to version. So it's not like everything changes, but they definitely add and remove things, and some of the more complicated data structures do change. So that's going to be kind of annoying to have a Linux support multiple versions, which we have to at some point. But we're not going to support every version. We're going to support like specific blessed versions. Anyway, see you later. I'll be back.